Gardening is more than just a hobby. It's a way to connect with nature, grow your own food, and create a beautiful, thriving outdoor space. However, successful gardening requires thoughtful care, especially when it comes to watering and nourishing your plants. Many gardeners face challenges such as limited resources, unpredictable weather, and the need to reduce waste while maintaining healthy soil and vibrant plants. That's why adopting simple, sustainable techniques can make a big difference in your garden's productivity and overall health. In this video, we'll share 3 practical and eco-friendly tips that will help you care for your plants more effectively. First, you'll learn how to build a straightforward compost tea system that not only recycles kitchen waste, but also delivers nutrient-rich liquid directly to your plant's roots, boosting their growth naturally. Next, we'll guide you through making an easy drip irrigation system using everyday plastic bottles, an affordable and efficient way to ensure your plants receive consistent moisture without waste. Finally, we'll explore smart watering strategies tailored for the hot summer months, helping your plants survive drought conditions and thrive despite high temperatures. These methods are designed to be accessible for gardeners of all levels, using materials you likely already have at home. By implementing these tips, you'll reduce your environmental impact, save water, and improve your garden's health and yield. Whether you have a large garden or just a few pots on a balcony, these innovative solutions will empower you to grow stronger, healthier plants with less effort. Let's get started on transforming your gardening routine with these simple, effective techniques. Tip number 1. In this video, we will create a very practical system for your plants. A simple setup that delivers compost tea straight to the roots while also converting waste into nutrient-rich compost. This project is straightforward, and by the end of the season, you will have potent compost ready to nourish your garden beds or pots. Let's start this rewarding process. First, find a container. Look around your home for something unused, such as a plastic bucket, paint container, or an old water bottle. Ensure it's not too small and free from harmful chemicals. Once you select the container, clean it if necessary, and start making holes all around it on the sides, bottom, and lid if you have one. These holes are crucial as they allow air to enter and compost tea to exit. The compost tea will slowly seep from the container into the soil near your plants, naturally feeding them. Next, go to your garden bed or large planter and pick a suitable spot. Dig a hole matching your container size. Make sure it's deep enough so most of the container is underground, with only the top slightly above soil level. Place the container in the hole and carefully fill the soil around it, pressing lightly to secure the container. Your setup is now ready to accept waste and start composting. Now the fun begins. Start filling your container with kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, fruit leftovers, coffee grounds, tea leaves, eggshells, and spoiled bread bits. Avoid meat, oil, or dairy as they cause odors and attract pests. Cut larger scraps into smaller pieces to speed decomposition. When the container is about 3/4 full, add vermicompost. Vermicompost contains live worms and beneficial microbes that accelerate waste breakdown. The worms consume the scraps and produce rich compost, while their liquid waste mixes with water to form compost tea. This tea will leak through the holes and nourish your plant's roots. After adding vermicompost, water the container well to keep the contents moist but not soggy. Moisture is vital for proper decomposition. If too dry, nothing happens. If too wet, odors may develop. Aim for a dampness like a wrung-out sponge. Cover the top loosely with a lid or cloth to keep insects out while allowing air in, since worms and microbes need oxygen. Now leave it to nature. Check moisture every few days and add more kitchen waste as needed. After some weeks, you'll see the waste level drop, indicating active worms. Continue adding scraps every few days or weekly. Your plants will benefit from a steady supply of compost tea, which boosts growth, disease resistance, and fruit and flower production. By season's end, your container will hold finished compost, dark, crumbly, and nutrient-rich. Remove it and spread it in garden beds or mix it into potting soil. This compost will enrich your soil for future planting. This is how you transform kitchen waste into liquid gold for plants and solid gold for soil. Try this method and watch your garden thrive. Tip number 2. Plants thrive when watered with a drip system, which delivers water slowly for optimal absorption. Shallow-rooted plants like cucumbers need regular watering to flourish. Drip irrigation also suits many vegetables and flowers, making it a versatile gardening tool.
Making a drip irrigation system is simple with basic materials. Start with a 1-liter plastic bottle.
Cut off the bottom so you can fill it easily. Make small holes around the cut edge. These will help tie the bottle to a bamboo stick. To control the drip, take half of an ear cleaning stick and insert it into the hole in the bottle cap. This nearly closes the hole, allowing only a slow trickle of water. Secure the bottle to a bamboo stick with a twist tie. The stick keeps the bottle upright and stable in the soil. Make sure the bottle is tied firmly to prevent movement. Place your drip system in the garden next to the plant you want to water. Stick the bamboo into the ground so the bottle cap is just above soil level. This position lets water drip directly to the roots. You can make as many of these as you need. Pour water into the bottle from the top. After a moment, water will drip slowly, keeping the soil moist and providing consistent hydration. This system waters your plants with minimal effort. You can also fill the bottle with compost tea so plants receive both water and nutrients, enhancing their health and growth. Tip number 3. Summer brings high temperatures and scarce rain, making it challenging to grow fruits and vegetables. Plants need more water during this time, and lack of moisture hampers their development and fruit production. Drip irrigation is ideal for watering plants. It's commonly used on large plots and in greenhouses. But when plants are scattered irregularly in a garden, watering can be tricky. A simple, low-cost solution is to reuse plastic bottles, which often end up as waste. Using bottles for irrigation is an eco-friendly way to repurpose them. In previous videos, we showed ways to reuse plastic bottles, and today we'll use them for garden irrigation. There are several methods to water plants with plastic bottles. We'll show some options. Stay with us to learn how to save plants from drought easily. Bottles of all sizes can work, but 1 liter or 5-liter bottles are best. 1 liter of water is usually enough for one watering. Besides the bottle, you'll need a sponge or cloth piece. Cut the sponge into pieces, 1 for each bottle. Remove the bottle caps. Cut off the bottle bottoms. Push sponge pieces into the bottles. Larger pieces slow water flow. Why use this method? It avoids spraying water on leaves, which can promote fungal diseases. Retaining water in the soil surface layer is ideal for fungi development, so watering this way reduces risk. The sponge or cloth slows water flow, allowing soil to absorb moisture gradually and evenly. Moisture penetrates deeper soil layers, staying longer and becoming more accessible to roots. This watering method suits gardens and potted plants alike. Bury the prepared bottles about 15 centimeters from the plant. The burial depth depends on root depth. For tomatoes and peppers, 15 centimeters is appropriate. After securing bottles in place, pour the amount of water the plant needs. During hot, dry periods, plants typically require about 1 liter, making these bottles perfect. Water plants early morning or late evening by filling bottles at those times. Water will release slowly, providing steady moisture. Also, warm the water slightly before pouring it in, so it matches soil and air temperature. Cold water can shock plant roots. By incorporating these simple yet effective gardening tips into your routine, you can nurture your plants more efficiently while making the most of everyday materials. From turning kitchen waste into nutrient-rich compost tea, to creating affordable drip irrigation systems and mastering smart watering techniques during hot seasons, these methods help you conserve resources and promote healthier plant growth. Give these approaches a try in your garden or balcony, and enjoy the rewarding results of a thriving, sustainable garden that flourishes with less effort and waste. Composting is a powerful and sustainable way to transform organic waste into nutrient-rich soil that benefits your garden and the environment. Whether you have a shady corner that's difficult to use, limited space, or want to deliver nutrients directly to your plants, there are simple methods to make composting work for you. By repurposing old materials like plastic water tanks or bottles, or by using garden paths for natural decomposition, you can create efficient composting systems that fit your garden's unique conditions. These approaches not only reduce kitchen and garden waste, but also improve soil structure, moisture retention, and fertility, fostering healthier plants without relying on chemical fertilizers. With a bit of creativity and minimal effort, you can harness nature's recycling process to enrich your soil, save money, and support a more eco-friendly lifestyle. Tip number 1. If you have a shady corner in your garden where sunlight barely reaches, growing vegetables there can be tough. Instead of leaving that space unused, turn it into a compost area. For example, use an old plastic water tank to create a compost bin, which helps utilize the space and keeps the garden tidy. This approach also prevents bad odors from the compost. Start by making a large hole at the bottom of the tank. This allows earthworms to enter and prevents rainwater from pooling inside. Earthworms help break down the compost faster and enrich it with nutrients, while excess water drains out, keeping the compost aerated and healthy. Next, drill holes all around the tank to improve airflow, which stops the compost from becoming compacted and smelly. Good air circulation supports microorganisms that speed up decomposition. Place the tank in your shady spot and add a layer of decomposed manure or compost at the bottom to attract earthworms and boost composting. Though this step is optional, add a balanced mix of compost materials such as grass clippings, fresh manure, chicken droppings, leaves, kitchen scraps, and some soil. Avoid dairy, meat, or cooked foods as they cause odors and attract pests. Mix the materials well to maintain the right green to brown ratio for efficient composting. Add another thin layer of decomposed manure or compost on top to accelerate the process. Then lightly water the pile to keep it moist but not soaked. Let nature do its work as earthworms and microbes transform the materials into rich compost. Monitor moisture levels and adjust by adding water or dry leaves as needed. After a few months, you will have nutrient-rich compost to nourish your garden plants, all created in a previously unused shady corner. This method recycles kitchen waste, reuses an old water tank, and enriches your soil naturally without chemical. Tip number 2. Applying fertilizers directly to plant roots is an effective way to provide essential nutrients and improve soil fertility. You can turn your garden bed or container into a living compost system using recycled plastic bottles. Collect old plastic bottles, clean them, and drill many small holes around them to allow nutrients to seep into the soil. Cut the top part of the bottle, but leave it attached on one side to form a flap for easy refilling and covering. Bury the bottle near plant roots, leaving about ½ inch above ground, but not touching the roots directly. Add organic materials like kitchen scraps, weeds, compost, and banana peels depending on your plant's growth stage. For seedlings needing nitrogen, add weeds and water to create a nitrogen-rich mixture. This ferments in 4 to 5 days, so refill frequently, especially in hot weather. For flowering plants like tomatoes requiring potassium, add chopped banana peels to speed decomposition and nutrient release. This method recycles plastic and organic waste, enriches soil with organic matter, and ensures plants receive nutrients when needed. It is low cost, simple, and improves soil health over time. Tip number 3. If space is limited and a traditional compost bin is not feasible, use the garden paths between beds as composting zones. Instead of discarding garden waste such as weeds, trimmings, and old crops, spread them along these paths. The paths, often covered with wood chips or left bare, provide ideal conditions for natural decomposition. This in situ composting means materials break down right where they lie, requiring no extra space or separate compost bins. Exposure to rain, sun, and microbes gradually turns the waste into rich, nutrient-dense compost beneficial for your garden. Once fully decomposed, skim the compost off the paths and mix it back into your garden beds to enrich the soil.
This method is convenient, low maintenance, and uses space efficiently. Additionally, covering paths with organic matter suppresses weeds and retains soil moisture, especially during dry spells. Using garden paths as composting areas is an eco-friendly way to manage waste, improve soil health, and maximize limited garden space. These tips provide practical, sustainable solutions for composting and fertilizing your garden, making the most of available space and resources while enhancing soil fertility naturally. By incorporating these simple yet effective composting techniques into your gardening routine, you can make the most of every inch of your space while nurturing a healthier, more vibrant garden. Not only do these methods help reduce waste and recycle valuable nutrients, but they also promote sustainable gardening practices that benefit the environment. Embrace these tips to transform your garden into a thriving ecosystem where plants flourish naturally, soil stays rich and fertile, and your efforts contribute to a greener, more sustainable future. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting and useful gardening videos.